Hey, what's up? Well, I've decided to actually throw a few more videos out there of Minecraft. I know it's been a long time since I've actually recorded any, but hey, a lot of things have come up in the past year. But anyways, this is my own personal age on the DEVCo server. Anyways, it's a brand new season, a brand new mod pack. This is TPPI 2. And what you see is pretty well what you get. This is about all I've done is collect a few resources here and there. Kind of started doing the groundwork. Nothing really to get excited about. But anyways, I happened to purchase this private age, and might I say at a very good deal. But I'm really stoked because it came with a free village castle. I didn't even know these things existed. Well, at least I'm pretty sure that they don't exist in vanilla Minecraft. But the weird thing is, about every one of the town houses here are way up here at like 100Y. But, hey, about the only one I'm really caring about is the castle. The rest of these are probably going to end up being tore down and kind of remade. I'm planning on kind of redoing this entire area. But anyways, I was waiting on a complete and total like mod pack reset because I know that TPPI 2 was not too far around the corner. Because TPPI 1 had been out for, gosh, it seems like a year, almost a year and a half or more. But anyways, I'm kind of really liking the TPPI 2. It is running on the 1.7 Minecraft version, which is a lot better, it seems like, than the 1.6 version. Although I do occasionally get a few weird hiccups. The game actually kind of crashes out every now and then, and I have to restart the whole mess. I've actually had to go to the point of actually restarting the whole computer. But it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it does. But anyways, I was in the process of actually building a jetpack so that I could fly around my little personal age here and see what all was going on. I have journeyed a little bit. It is a 500 world border, but I really haven't done a lot of exploring besides finding this one little village. And really, I kind of spawned right next to it and didn't even realize it. But with that being said, I think this world is going to be really awesome. It even spawned in with this really cool brick. Well, this is pretty cool. It started off with a little starter train station. But anyways, I'm not going to sit there and like record a video of me just randomly derping around, because I derp around like a king. Where it takes most people like an hour to do something, I can stretch that to days. Whoop, hole in the ground. That is one of the biggest problems I do have with this area. It seems like there are a lot of holes and random places to fall. But anyways, while I'm sitting here doing this, I'll kind of make myself useful. But anyways, I'm really liking the area. Yeah, I know I should be actually, how should we say, tapping these trees, but I haven't really got too far in. Really, I am like the beginning. And normally I don't even use these particular rubber trees. I use the other ones. Anyways, them and an MFR farm, and I'm set. And these are the other ones I'm talking about. Right now, we're using the good old, how should we say, hand MFR farm, also known as a tinker's axe. Anyways, this thing's actually made out of stone, which means I don't really have any resources tied up in it. About the only good thing I have is going to be the iron hammer I have here. And I have used the daylights out of it. It's been repaired probably a dozen times now. But anyways, I added some, well, I'm going to say really good specs on it. Anyways, I kind of maxed out the lapis and the redstone. I need some speed, need a little luck right there when mining things like redstone. So I went ahead and did that. Go ahead and throw this crap in the box. You know what to say, crap in the box, crap in the box. If I got some spare time, I'll go crap in the box. But anyways, it's fairly warm today. Storms passed through the area last night, and I'm guessing it just kind of blew everything out. Because when I woke up this morning, it was fairly warm, the sun was out, it was nice. And I'm guessing this right here just kind of never got the clue that it should have been cut down. So I cut the tree down. But the storm blew through and everything come up nice. I went outside and nothing really got destroyed around the house. Anyways, the past week has been a real pain. It seems like everything's breaking down and everything's having to be fixed. Where I was just planning on using my vacation to actually lay around the house and do nothing, I actually ended up having to drive all over this end of the state, working on a car along the side of the road. Well, hi there, Mr. Piggy. That sure is a nice hat you got. You wouldn't... Hey, can I have that hat? I can. That's nice of you. But anyways, I drove all over this end of the state working on this car. Anyways, just got back from vacation the week before last. Anyways, drove up for about 2 days. Yeah, a big vacation. Anyways, visiting some family and whatnot. Anyways, got back. Anyways, the car didn't get drove very much right there for about I'm going to say about 3 or 4 days, and then it breaks down like an hour away from home, which is really great because it didn't break down the whole 5 hours away from home while we were out of town. But anyways, finally got that settled. Anyways, whew, that was a fun week that I've had. Anyways, I'm finally getting the opportunity to sit back and relax. I was actually aiming to start this earlier, but yeah, that didn't happen. I ended up having to work on the car, which, no problem. It's all good. It's fixed for now. Till it breaks down again. I gotta work. Second thought, I ain't even gonna talk about that because it's giving me nightmares already. Well, cut down the tree. See what we get. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we won't. It does seem like the drops in this version of TPI is a little eh. Seems like sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, the great news is I thought I was going to have to drag all the way over the nether. Everybody loves the nether, laggy nether. And I was going to have to climb around in the nether and everything, hunting for glowstone. But thankfully there was some in one of the little buildings here. So I went ahead and scavenged that. So I now have enough glowstone to actually make a jetpack. And I'm good. Be alright. Oh, that's right. We're on a server. Whoop. Anyways, back to the hacienda. Well, I am going to go ahead and make this and see where we end up. And I have done it. I have made an electric jetpack. So I guess next project will be a generator, then we'll fire this baby up. We'll start off and see what we can do and where we can end up and what we can build. Boink! Okay, now here we go. Ready? Everybody? We're gonna fly. Nope, nope, nope. I was just messing with you. I know you gotta charge up a jetpack. Everybody knows that. You know, you can't exactly jump off a tall building and everything. You know, you might actually go down there and hurt yourself. You know, it's a really, 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 really long drop. Yeah, that might not have been too good. But I had you going for a second, didn't I? Anyways, I'm going to quickly build a electric generator and charge this baby up and see where we end up. Okay. I don't know when it got implemented, but I really have started liking this whole shift, and next thing you know, there's your thing. Well, when it actually works, you know what I mean? You know, worky. Well, you know, oh, never mind. That's right, it changes sometimes, and you gotta sit there and make sure to have it in the, yeah. Okay. Voila, it worked, see? Yeah, special. Well, I got stars anyways. And I want to get the jetpack out and throw him in there. Blink. And there we go. Doot, 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 doot. The hardest part is waiting for it to cook. Like everyone would say, bam, it's done. Well, you know, amazingly, that didn't take too long. You know, things in Minecraft just don't seem like it takes very long at all. But in the real world, it took forever. Anyways, and get my charge jetpack right there. We just sit there and just jump through. Just about forgot it again. See? Yay! And there's Castle de El. Need to actually put a name on this. But anyways, this is where I actually stole, or technically it's not steal. I got the glowstone out of one of these. It wasn't actually this one. It was this one over here. The one down there on the ground that isn't all weirded out and stuff. But, you know, it's just weird. Everything is like on stilts. Oh, that reminds me. I saw this and I wanted to visit it earlier because I didn't really see any place to climb up. Well, I guess I overlooked it. Either that or else it's buried. Nope, it was just on the other side. You can see where I was trying to get into it earlier, and yeah, that failed. I failed. But anyways, I think I really lucked out on this private age. Anyways, I don't have to worry about anybody snooping through and like griefing me, stealing my stuff. Not like I'm saying it's an actual problem on this server, because I have not been griefed but like once, and mostly that was just somebody trolling me. Unless you count that time all my stuff got taken, but you know, it happens when you play on a multi-server. Things happen. I've been on some servers where it's like a continuous battle to keep your things. At which time, you know, you're like, forget this. You know, DEVCo, definitely need to get some boots. I have had almost zero trouble. You know, I've been on this server since last June-ish. Anyways, when me and some friends, we evacuated the server that we were on, and we came over here. In case you're wondering, guys, if y'all see this and everything right there, I do miss you. I wish that you would come play with me again. Wow. You know, if you guys sit there and come play and everything, we can live together in this little age and build things and be Minecraft buddies. Or, you know, we could just play Minecraft together. Doesn't matter. But anyways, this private age I got and scored, oh, it is sweet. Anyways, like I told you, I haven't done really any exploring, but over that way it looks like there's nothing but ocean. But then again, it might just be the way things are rendering. It seems like everything renders dark, oceany looking. Ow. But anyways, I've walked a little ways over there. Actually, if you go on the edge, like right about there, there's another portion of this town. So really, this village is pretty big. Is it? You know, it might be over that way. I did get kind of turned around. Yeah, well, it don't matter. It's all good. It'd be good. Ooh, Mr. Piggy. You know, when I first got here, though, there was all kinds of villagers. Yeah. I don't see no villagers anymore. I see shiny things and easily get distracted. That's the great thing about Minecraft. Ooh, that hurt. Nom 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 nom. Now, if I don't die, I will be awfully amazed. Well, I'm going to play around for the next little while and see what we come up with. I might upload another video here shortly, but I'm going to go ahead and slap this on the bootay and say that she's done. Hey, did you guys see that? I seen that. There's stuff over here. I see stuff. And my stupid shovel right there broken. Ow. You see, if I hadn't fed myself right there, I'd have been dead then. Jackpot. Doink. Doink. Now that's one of the awesome things about finding stuff. You randomly find stuff. And this is the area where I was talking about. There's actually a whole village buried down here. I might do something with that. Commissioner's Ravine over there. Like I said, I explored just a little bit. Not much. Mostly just around this village. Not so much this village, but my village over there. You know, it don't take long to really eat up a jetpack, does it? You know, a little later in the game, take care of that. You alright? You know, I am like flabbergasted at just how good of private age this is. Yeah, I know, this looks ugly. You'll be alright. It's naturally responded terrain. It'll all be good. I'll sit there and I'll do something with it, maybe. But anyways, if you want to find a good server, especially for like FTB, you know, DEVCo, I have no complaints about them. Anyways, I've been here a while. And I have had nothing but a real positive experience. Well, if you come on over, I see you if I see you. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.